This is the Opie Anthony Show.
He's so angry, he's beating that man's penis with the side of his cheekbone. Wow, he hates it.
Ladies and gentlemen, stopping by to say hi.
There he is.
Mike Tyson.
Iron Mike.
What's up, Mike?
There he is. Take a seat.
What's happening in the news today?
There's all kinds of shit going on, right?
Oh, God, I'm going for it today.
Yeah. Yeah.
What happens today? Pagan love God.
Yeah, this guy is, I guess he was a politician or something, and he's shacking up with his 23-year-old interns.
Yeah, there's one.
Nothing wrong with that, right?
Yeah, that's the one that I think he was having sex with, and then that's the one that they say he might be having sex with now.
You know.
Yo, listen, this is good stuff, man.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's bad. And I know your guys say Mike Tyson shouldn't be the one commenting on these stuff, but, you know, he should tell his wife, I don't want to be married to you no more. And I want to be married to my young intern who's old enough to be my, a youngest daughter, but still I love her.
Yes, exactly. You know, if that was an older broad with a younger guy, they'd be like, oh, she's into the, boy toys and everything. And that would be, acceptable.
Well, he's a
but now
pig.
that guy's a pig.
You should arrest him.
Right.
You should arrest him because he doesn't like being with his wife that has menopause anymore.
Right.
We should arrest him.
He wants that nice, supple ass.
Yeah,
that doesn't look
small
like, yeah.
and tiny and petite and nothing that goes all around like a big blubber whip. Like, you ever see the balloon, the big bubbles, like the bubbles going to balloon and shake? That's a big whale.
The big soap bubble. And it's going in every direction. You don't know where it's going to end up.
Don't you hate those big, just sloppy, white, big dough asses?
Yes.
You just put it on you, you just go, it goes over your legs, comes down, drop. What the hell? You gotta go like that.
It looks like she's been sitting naked in a gravel driveway when she stands up.
Yeah.
Looks like she brushed the gravel off. But
Just bad stuff.
It's terrible.
Bad stuff.
Exactly.
I never was into big fat people. Like I've done my share of really awful ones too.
Oh no, my criteria is just breathing. I'm complaining now, but I've been talking about the issue. I'm not complaining about me being with her, but I've been talking about the issue here.
Well, you have to know what you're talking about. So when you talk about a big fat ass, you know because you've been there at some point.
Big fat miserable ass that you can't form into anything, just drop.
Right.
And she didn't have pants to be at their knees and stuff.
Yeah.
I can't believe Tyson did some pigging.
Yeah, you got to do some pagan stuff to know about God. In order to know the real God, you have to deal with some pagans.
There you go.
I guess so. To appreciate, as they say, to appreciate the rainbow, you have to experience the rain.
Oh, no doubt about that. And I've known what it's like to be with devil worshippers, so I understand. It's all about orgies and blood, and it's good stuff if you're in that spiritual direction, of course.
Of course.
Isn't it funny how mad people get at this? Like, instead of acknowledging that every man would want to do this, we kind of allow these politicians to be thrown, even if he's a good politician. We let him get thrown out.
When you're a politician, see, that's why Obama just hit the nail home on it, because he said, "Have I used cocaine?" See, all those other guys never had the balls to say, I've used cocaine. It's cool. I used cocaine, and now look what I've accomplished. No, not everybody. I'm the exception. I'm not the rule. I'm the exception. I could use cocaine during the college years, the best years of my functioning brain, and still succeed.
Yeah.
So Ann agrees with that. Ann's a big Obama guy.
Well, that's straight. What we did, you can't bring up nothing from the past. That's like me. No past stuff.
Right.
This is it.
Right.
It's where I ended up.
That's right.
Everything else is just the road to get you where you are right now.
No doubt about it.
You're going to have some bumps in that road.
I think
you know what I mean?
I think that was one of the biggest things that ever happened.
A lot of bumps.
He came up and he flattened. We're honest. This is what it is. This is what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
All right? And still we're going to make this the best country in the history of this millennium.
Mikey, I got to say, I went and saw the show last night.
Well, thank you.
Holy fuck. I loved it. I was bummed it ended. And I hate sitting through anything.
Why? You have to have patience. I love the show. This is my favorite show.
Do you? It was an hour and 40 minutes of you talking.
Bob Backlund. Bob Backlund, he beat the Iron Sheik.
Yes.
He beat Hulk Hogan, too.
Yeah. But now I humble him. I put in camel clutch and fuck his ass.
Yeah,
I
used the
now.
Iron. No, I saw the Iron Sheik not long ago.
Yeah,
he used to do our show.
He's batshit crazy now.
He pissed his pants on our show one time. He was sitting back there, and I was taking shot. He was drinking beer, and you could see the spot in his pants getting bigger and bigger. He literally
had
pissed his pants on the air.
He just had to go. He was drinking a little beer.
It's the worst/greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. Was him pissing his pants on our show.
But he will badmouth everybody, and it's hilarious. Hulk Hogan, he's a faggot. I will fuck him in ass. You're just cracking up like this guy's out of his fucking mind.
But
I love
it's good.
it.
He's out of his mind, but it's good.
Dude, it's hilarious.
It's very good good stuff.
It's hilarious.
Good stuff.
But they're saying he's mellowed now, that he's not like into that anymore. He's kind of calmed down. And
Yeah.
he's not doing. He's just calmer now.
His
Maybe.
Twitter's
I think
hilarious.
age do that to you because I was with Howard Stern, and you know Howard Stern. He could be crazy, irritant sometimes. But,
Yeah.
He's very nice and polite. Over the years, before I did the show, I said, "Well, I could do the show now because Howard's not the old Howard.
He's very polite now. Well, you know,
he cares about children. He has, you know,
the wife, the dogs, everything. He's very mellowed out now.
He's not as radical. He cut the fro a little bit. Things are going good for him in life.
Yeah.
He's very docile now.
Yeah,
awesome.
that'll do it.
So it's probably a better time to do it than say 10 or 12 years ago.
Exactly. Then we're talking disgusting things.
Yeah. So, Mike, tell me who you're banging.
my wife.
Would you ever notice, too, when you were doing interviews, how guys would talk to you in a way, because there's this whole thing of boxer and interviewer, where they never would have spoken to you that way if you had met them in real life? Like, taking liberties that they never should have taken.
Well, that's just a part of the business. You know, I might take liberties, too. You know,
Yeah, true.
I was always amazed at people who would do that. Like, the only thing separating you from a fucking beating is the two microphones.
Well,
right.
You're a hostile young man.
Oh, no.
Last night, even I could see during the pictures and he's down there, I can see we're taking pictures, everything's great, but he still has the "don't fuck with me" look on his face. I'm like, cool, and I'm putting my head on his head, loosen up, let's ride, baby. But he's right there. He's that way always in these events. Come take pictures. Got to still don't fuck with me. Why?
You know why? He's so obsessive about
He's got to get his picture.
He's like focused on just getting pictures.
Well, you know what it is? It was Mike and LaMotta, and I'm like, what?
That was serious too. That was true. Yes, he's 91. I'm talking to him. He's coherent. He's sharp.
That's amazing,
you
right?
Know,
Good for him.
And he was right. He fought everybody. You know, the motto, Cush used to tell me this story. Jake LaMotta, because, you know, back in the 50s, you know, they had the mob and they set your fight up, and if it's a big, tough, some monstrous black guy, you want to fight him? No, I don't want to fight him. You want to fight him? And then you go to Jake LaMotta and say, "Hey, Jake, who you want to fight?" And Jake goes like this. This is so classic that people don't know about it. Jake goes like this. "I want to fight anybody they don't want to fight."
Oh, yeah.
Just like that.
Damn.
I want to fight whoever they don't want to fight.
What a hard-headed motherfucker, man.
Hard.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I was watching footage of him last night after the show. I went home and was watching Sugar Ray Robinson and LaMotta fight.
What a fight.
They just, the amount of punches he took.
6 fights. That's 6 fights, though.
Amazing,
that's 6
right?
Fights. That's the last fight you saw. That's 6 of them. 6.
That's unbelievable.
That's crazy. 3 weeks apart at one point.
Yeah, that's how
Holy
they fight.
shit! Come on.
3 weeks apart.
Listen, that's how they were used. Fighters were used like animals back then.
That's
2 weeks. They
crazy.
had 4, and every fight was a war. Every fight they had to go to the hospital, but it's 3 weeks later.
Oh, my
Jesus.
God.
Yeah.
You're
Imagine that.
still feeling that last fight 3 weeks later, right?
No, this is what I know about fighters. At least this is what I know about myself. I read books about fighters, and a lot of them are so scared inside, but they're afraid to tell people they're afraid. That's
Wow.
That's how they handle their fear. They're afraid. They never tell anybody they're afraid.
Yeah,
They're cowards. And, you know, and they still become great fighters. And it's not like now we can go to a psychiatrist. Well, I feel like this. I feel like a coward. I feel like this guy's going to kill me. I don't feel safe.
Yeah.
But right, you can't do that now. You got to give you some medicine. It's going to be all right. But now you just got to deal with, this guy's going to kill me.
Back then, you had to just figure out what the
you had
hell
to figure it out.
you would do with yourself.
Back then, when all those great entertainers were crazy actors, those guys had mental illnesses.
Right.
They just didn't know how to diagnose those guys back then.
Yeah.
Were you ever afraid someone was going to see it in your eyes when you were doing the stare down? Like, I'm scared, and this guy is going to know by looking at me that I'm feeling fear right now.
No, because the only thing different about me and the other fighters I fought is that I understood my feelings. I understand when I felt fear. I understand that didn't mean that I was going to be a loser. That meant that I was preparing me to be better, to excel, to, you know what I mean, my highest potential.
Yeah, you were
so to
able to
speak.
turn it into
Yeah.
some potential. We're being told you have to go.
They just want to get rid of me.
No,
They know I love this. No, I'm
No
what they do.
way.
They know I love this show.
Yeah.
We ain't even talking crazy yet.
I know. we got to have you back on sometime when you have a little more time.
Sunday night,
Definitely.
Mike's at, is it this Sunday in Westbury?
Westbury.
Westbury Music Hall.
I highly recommend everyone goes and sees it. It was amazing.
May 4th is Boston, May 5th is Westbury. The show is as amazing as we told you.
I always look at the newspaper too to see this crazy thing. I'm gonna do a spoof. The world according to Tyson. All my spoofs will be from the newspaper. Listen, this is what I found out. Remember at that thing at the was it Empire State Building? Everybody got shot. I found out it was the cops that shot everybody.
Yeah.
I said, God, I'm thinking these crazy guys did it. The cops that shot everybody. We got to get a spoof on that. And the cops go, yes, ma'am, down. Bow. What the fuck?
That'd be the show. Tyson does the news.
Yeah.
He'd be fucking
Oh,
doing
my
a weekly
God.
news
It'd be
show.
great.
What happened? Mr. Probe after she falls.
Look, it's him now. It's him now.
That's a juror. That's a woman juror who fell for the guy who was convicted of murder.
Amazing.
Well, that happens every day. Because, you know, you go to the prison. You know, this guy killed everybody's mother in prison. Next thing you know, he falls in love with the prison guard. And she marries him. Gives him a baby. He done killed everybody and everything. And everybody's family member. But I just guess we don't know. People on people, you know, life on life terms. We don't know why people do what they do.
Mike, your people are going to get very pissed. They're freaking out.
Never, of course.
These people they don't get high. I'm the one that get pissed off to the highest of festivity.
Good seeing you, Mike.
Highest festivity.
All right, Mike. Thanks for stopping and saying hi.
Thanks, Mike. Thanks a lot, Mike. Take it easy. Bye.
Mike Tyson, everyone.
Yes.
Holy fuck.
He's a fucking...
I love him.
The guy's great.
And
He's the greatest.
And he's in better shape again.
He is.
Every
Yeah.
time he comes in
Fucking-
here, he's even in better
The
shape.
guy's jacked.
Is it creepy that he noticed I'm just lurking?
Yes. He fucking remembered your creepiness with your pictures.
You leave an impression, Jimmy.
Yeah.
He loves coming on, though.
He's fucking great, man. Because he knows he could just come on here and
Well, maybe we
fucking
could get him for some more.
spout off.
Yeah,
They
but
He's going to be in town all week.
They said during the summer
He's got a show or
making the
something, or a
rounds.
book.
Oh, great.
So,
And his publicist loves us, too. We weren't supposed to get him at all today. That was
yeah,
just,
that was very
that was
cool.
just a quick
I
little,
like
hey,
that.
you want to stop
He
by and
came
say
in.
hi.
He
Very
looks
cool.
really good, though, man. He looks really healthy.
He looks happy and like,
Yeah.
like and mentally he looks in a good shape. You know,
Yeah.
Looks extremely healthy. He really does.
He looks like a guy who is sober and doing very well, which is nice. And we can't recommend this show enough. It's fucking awesome. It's moving. You see a side to Tyson. This is what I would love to ask you, but it was just so quick about him being so silly on stage. Like, he really is silly. And just like the goofy guy you're listening to now,
that's
fucking
his
with the news.
personality.
Yeah.
But when he was fighting, the first thing we learned about Mike Tyson is he's an animal attack dog. When he would fucking bolt out of that corner and just pound the person and knock him out, that's all you knew. So the whole story that built up around that was all you knew of him. And then you realize, no, this is a guy that likes a good funny dick joke and fucking goofing around on the news and shit like that. Yeah, that kind of got lost in the fact that he was such a great fighter.
Yeah.
A fighter. A Navy SEAL.